God, this is fucking ridiculous. Dude, the nerves. I had it. I had it. And my method just slipped from me. 'Cause the nerves, I can't even describe it, man. Preemptively excited. Forgot there was one more sequence of that. I got so fucking lucky on that whammy. Oh God, this game just will not let me go. Ever. Fuck my life, man. Fuck. Did I overlap that? You have to be kidding me. I just threw away 800 points. Because I forgot. I can't even be satisfied with that, dude. But undoubtedly it helped in hitting that outro. Fuck that. We're getting at least 340. I just completely forgot where that second to last fucking act ends because it just goes into those chords so far. I just cannot remember it for the life of me. Even if I had just gotten 340.2, that would have been so much more satisfactory. That is fucking infuriating.
It's a Psychobilly Freakout!
Whatever, dude. 340. Exactly 17K above my previous record. It really sucks that I missed the second act. Man, what a just like holy shit, this song took me for a ride. This is as far as I'm going with this for now. 341, I'm pretty sure is doable. Not necessarily using the upper bound second to last, but adjusting it to activate on the blue before the fast strumming starts, because that way you have a huge hit window to abuse. I'm pretty sure with extended hit window that is fairly reasonable, and obviously paired with the first act. Or you could just go for the upper bound second to last and forego the first. Honestly, like, it's hard for me to really say which is better. Probably my first inkling. But yeah, I really feel no motivation to take this for another spin. The 339 was just enough of a kick in the balls for me to fight back, but I'm just not going to waste my time with that other chord. I don't really care at this point. All things considered, there has to be something else going on with how whammy is calculated in this game, because my task findings for this upper bound phrase were that it required 9 frame perfect inputs. The frame perfect strum on the first chord, frame perfect whammy, and then from there you get, obviously the first frame whammy on all the other chords, but you still had to activate them frame perfectly. I just don't believe I am that good at doing this, especially while holding all the sustains out to their max. It just doesn't seem right. It's hard as fuck, like, no doubt about it, but it just feels like there has to be, like, something else going on the hardware side. I just decided while I was messing around with whammy stuff, maybe start looking into this and actually giving this a go. And so I was practicing the chorus whammy through the first chorus by just hitting an empty star power phrase, the red to orange phrase, and then just missing the final green yellow in the chorus 1 sequence, because if you get star power, if you get the half bar at the end of the red yellow, you got the whammy. Now, that being said, I didn't really trust that all that much for being like an identical indicator, because I also ran that through TAS'd to see if that chorus and the final chorus had the same like frame data for the half bar. I didn't suspect they would, because the tempos are different, both leading up to it for the first early whammy and throughout the chord sustains, and that turned out to be true. The first chorus had 1 frame of leniency, whereas again the final chorus didn't. So I hit the half bar through that once or twice, and I was just like, alright, I kind of got a feel for this, let's actually go into runs. And the first time I hit the half bar, I deleted this video so I know I'm not showing it, was in a run that I missed in solo 2. But that came pretty quickly, all things considered, and so did my first outro choke. That came probably 30 minutes after that. But then from there, I just could not find it again for like the rest of that hour-and-a-half session into like the first hour of today's session. But finally, I started to get back with the timing, and Lord knows I had to ingrain those timings, because this is like the 6th time that I've hit the half bar on that final chord, not even counting the first chorus. But yeah, I mean, this is just sick that I had to do this so many times, and just to get like a pretty shit score, all things considered. Again, even if I had like overlapped the second to last act, which I'd done countless times, or the third act front end, or missed the back end, point being, even if I had dropped 200 and just got 340 flat, I probably would have just said fuck it, whatever. But I'm glad to have at least, like I said, got exactly 17K over my previous first. That was really honestly what I was shooting for, as weird and arbitrary as that seems, aside from 340. But yeah, as I touched on earlier, this really wasn't something that I ever really considered going for, and if I was, I expected this to be like something like Detonation, where I chipped at it just over and over and over until it finally started to show the cracks. But like I said, I got the half bar within like an hour of attempts, probably. And I bring up Detonation there. I'm almost positive the only reason I was able to do this was because of how hard Detonation's first act pushed me. I used the same kind of single whammy execution for all those chords, of course, notably the first one, and I feel like that is super important for a pattern like this, because if I was still doing, my old whammy method, what, still most players do, I'm sure, which I'll just dub spammy, which is just, strumming and then going crazy on the whammy bar, I don't think that is just quite as accurate, but more importantly for this pattern, I feel like doing that just would completely throw off your ability to get those frame perfect strums on all those chords, if that is indeed required on hardware. And again, that's something I took directly from Detonation. And I mentioned this in the Detonation video, but these sequences are very similar for the first act of that song, and that further cemented to me that I didn't think I was going to be able to do this, because most of the time that I got that first act on Detonation, I dropped ticks. I think every single time except one time. What I failed to realize, though, is that these sustains are way shorter. The Detonation sustains for Act 1 basically go into each other's hitboxes, and this song, apparently, they just don't do that. But again, there could be some kind of funky hardware whammy / sustain calculation that I'm just not aware of. Unfortunately, I haven't completed career mode on PS2, so I don't even get to save this score. That's why recording this shit is so important. So yeah, I guess I really don't have much more to say. I thought I would, but just how close I got so many times in that 339 run just kind of drained a lot of the energy that I thought I was going to have coming out of this. And again, the fact that this isn't even a decent score, it's just happens to meet my specific criteria for what I'm willing to shoot for in this first go of this. I very well may come back for 341 if I'm able to get more consistency out of Act 1 and seeing if at least that adjusted upper bound act is possible. Or if somebody beats this, of course. But yeah, for my own satisfaction, I just can't push it any more than this right now. But it's done. Psychobilly upper bound is dead. It was dead an hour ago when I got that first shitty score, but now it's whatever. Gives a fuck.